Virginia Mines. I'm part of Making Strides for Multiple Sclerosis, and we started these walks because my aunt had a vision to keep the walks going here in Albany, Georgia, and we wanted more people to know what multiple sclerosis is. And we have had a great turnout so far. We just thank everyone for their support. And this is a serious disease. Not many people know what multiple sclerosis is. So we're trying to raise awareness not only in Albany, but Southwest Georgia itself, and also around the world.
I'm so happy to be a part of the walk this morning that is spotlighting the neurological condition multiple sclerosis, which is a disorder that affects the brain and the spinal cord, and it can manifest itself in a number of ways, from numbness or vision changes or weakness. This walk this morning really spotlights those persons who are affected by MS and their families and caregivers and other extended friends and family who really care about them. This morning we're talking about two components of MS care. One is the medicine, the other is the lifestyle change that you can do. The walk is so important because exercise is vital for those patients to help combat fatigue, to help keep your energy level up, and to maintain your strength. We're also talking about the importance of nutrition, and I tell people all the time, even if I couldn't give you a medicine for any of your neurological conditions, if you exercise and you eat right, that will put you in your best shape.
Thanks. I think that's absolutely accurate. When I think about myself personally, when I was diagnosed in 1999, I thought I was in the best shape of my life in terms of exercise and nutrition. But what happened was I suddenly began to notice symptoms that there was no denying it was something seriously wrong. Over the years, and probably even decades, I've been going back and forth to the doctor for certain situations, but I never realized how important the collaboration of all of those symptoms, not only that I was falling, not only the numbness that I would suddenly have and the weakness that I understood later that is called fatigue. It wasn't just that I was tired, it was more than that. But then what happened, suddenly I lost vision in my right eye. I woke up one morning thinking I was just exhausted. I really just thought I had a long night working as a state trooper. And that particular morning, I thought I had gone blind. And not black blind, but just a gray film. It seemed as if I wasn't seeing color. But I was a young woman, I was 26, and I thought, well, it'll be just something, just a fluke, and it'll go away. I went to the doctor, but in time it went away. The truth is, I didn't know that the diagnosis was serious. It was multiple sclerosis. And because I'd never heard of MS, just to mention multiple sclerosis didn't signify anything serious to me or significant. But years later, when I suddenly began with these shocking sensations, almost like I had hit my funny bone, except it was all over my body. At the ER, the physician told me, "This looks like MS." And I said, "It is a mess." She said, "No, it's multiple sclerosis."
My name is Mike Hatcher. I was diagnosed with MS in 1998, so I've had it for 20 years. I've been on several different medications, and I've noticed from the 20 years that I've had it, the strides that they've made. I've taken medicines that were kind of hard to take with the side effects that you have from the medication. But fast forward 20 years now, I'm taking medications that are not hardly as brutal on you when you're taking the medications. And you take it now and you see the effects, rather quickly. And like I said, 20 years ago, you had painful shots. You had to give yourself the shots, but now I'm taking an infusion where all I do is just sit back and get that injection for 4 hours, get that infusion for 4 hours, and I see a marked difference from my symptoms from the point they're taking the medication until it's time to actually do it again. So I've seen a whole lot of advancement in my 20 years of being diagnosed with MS.
Yes, my name is Jackie Gray. I was diagnosed in June of 2010, and that was a life-changing experience for me. At that time, I had no knowledge. I didn't even know what MS. When they said MS, I'm like, MS, what is that? You know. And the only person I knew had MS was Richard Price. The first thing I was thinking, oh my God, I'm in a wheelchair. But after going to the neurologists and specialists, I learned that it was not like that. They had medicine that treat the illness, as opposed to back in the day when people were diagnosed, had this MS or neuropathy. It was just one drug. But with the different research out now, and they're looking at the different medicine, they came up with an oral pill, because I'm like Mike said, I started on an injection, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. But since then, after 4 years of the injection, I'm now on a pill, oral pill, which has made life much easier to live with, and the support system has just been awesome. And to see everybody out this morning supporting and walking for MS, it just makes me know now that I can face another day.
They're not in line. They're just trying to get you to run. Let's go further.
It is absolutely great to be here. It's phenomenal. MS affects the entire family. Every member of the family. When Lydia, my oldest daughter here, found out that she had MS, I can tell you the whole family, it was panic in the beginning, what to do, and then it's pulled together, and then her precious husband, he is such a tremendous supporter. Great to be here.
Yes, it is. Albany's great. It's always great to be back here. And MS it doesn't have me, but it's good. We just walk with it. It's just something I have, and we keep moving.
My name is Steve Hairston. I was diagnosed in 2012. My whole left side went out, and they thought it was Bell's palsy, but it wasn't Bell's palsy. After spinal taps, and, blood tests, and serums, and all that, they determined that I had MS. It's been a rough journey. I'm on my third treatment now. Started out with Copaxone, went to Tecfidera. That didn't work, and I went on Fibrida. And Fibrida was discontinued, so now I'm going on my fourth treatment. It's been a hard journey. I have my good days, my bad days. My biggest problem is fatigue and neuropathy. So MS is definitely it's been a ministry for me. It's debilitating. It's depressing, but through God and His mercy, I have been able to prosper and go on. And with God's grace and mercy, I'm going to keep going on.
My name is Erica Hollinger, and this is my family. I've been diagnosed with MS since 2012. It haven't been easy, but with the support system that I have, I've been doing good, and thank God for that.
Amen. All right. And what team y'all represent? All that. And your name, ma'am?
Annette Robinson.
Okay, and you the one that started this, right?
Yes.
All right, then. How long you been dealing with MS?
18 years.
Wow. But you still got a beautiful smile.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. And so do you. Thank y'all.
Hi, I'm Lori Magnetta. I've had MS for almost 5 years. I don't take any MS drugs at the moment because I'm doing quite well. And I came to this walk to support everybody in the walk. And I brought along my best friend for 35 years.
I'm Cheryl Garcia, and I'm here to support all these people that are so incredibly strong.
I was diagnosed MS when I was 23. I'm 24 now, and it started with optic neuritis and leg tingling and numbness in my entire left side, and I was almost about to get a walker or a wheelchair, and then I started on Cybri, and now I was able to do this mile walk, so it's really great. And I have my support system here, boyfriend, sister, mom, nana, aunt, and they've really made it possible.
Well, my name is Natasha Singleton, and I was told I was diagnosed with MS in 2014. I've had other symptoms for over 20 years. Losing control in my left hand, losing control in my leg, my right leg, having what I termed spasms in my leg that I couldn't control for a while, and it would go on for so long and it would stop. I've experienced memory difficulty remembering things. I've experienced fatigue, things of that nature, and I did not know what was the cause of it. And I didn't think to go to the doctor and say, okay, this is happening, this is happening. And I never would have thought that I would have a diagnosis of MS. So I would encourage anyone who's dealing with symptoms that are not normal, clumsiness, forgetfulness, being tired, are some of the symptoms that will indicate possibility of MS. So please, please, please make sure you talk to your doctors and tell them so that they can get a diagnosis or do what needs to do to better help you in the future. I understand now that MS is, you can live with it. So please, please, please go to your doctors and find out.
Well, I'm so excited about being out here because my mom has been a MS fighter since 1986. She was diagnosed in Birmingham, Alabama, and that's my hometown. And I moved to Albany 3 years ago. So my life was living at home with a person that was going to work, and she would come home and she did everyday things as a professional, to one day my mom not coming home. And she didn't come home for 3 months. She was paralyzed and on one side of her body, and she was bedridden, and I couldn't understand that. It tore our family completely apart. It ended up in divorce with my mom and my stepdad, and we didn't know what to do. But then my mom's such a fighter that she came back, and it's like, she was like, I will not be able to walk. I'm too fine for that. And she's right. She's amazing. And she didn't have a relapse until last year, and that's when it really hit home. I had not been involved actively in MS walks. I just kind of was just supporting her by being there for her, but I had not actually done the work. So now that I moved to Albany and I found out about this initiative on social media, I'm able to do the work and walk and make strides for my mom, because 33 years she's been fighting and she's still fighting, and there's so many others, and so I want to be able to share something from my experience as her daughter, and also just to give to others in support, because raising awareness is important. When you don't know something, then there's ignorance, and then there's nothing that we do. But if we raise awareness and people are aware, they're awake, and there's no longer just their eyes are open, there's vision for something else. So I'm really grateful to be a part of this.
My name's Bernard Harper. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis about 15 years ago. One of the major things that happened, I joined the military, went to Iraq 3 times, and after I came back, I was an officer, so I went to Korea. While I was in Korea, working in the ammunition battalion, I went home and went to sleep. And I woke up at night because I had to use the bathroom. But when I got up, the right side of my body wasn't working. So I fell and I hit my head on the door and again on the floor. So I crawled in the bed and went back to sleep. The next morning I got up to go to work and get dressed, and my legs completely stopped working. So my wife called 911. I went to the hospital, and that's when they had diagnosed me with multiple sclerosis. One of the things that that sometimes cause a big issue is because multiple sclerosis it's not outward. So a lot of what I deal with is internal. And I'm not really a share my emotions type of guy. So I deal with the pains, anything I'm going through, I just decide to like take care of it on my own because I've had this mindset of I struggle alone. Well, after coming here and seeing how this walk works and seeing that there's others out there that walk with me, I've learned that I'm not in this alone. So this walk has opened my eyes and allowed me to face a lot of the issues that I've been dealing with concerning MS. And it's a blessing to be here. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm retired military, I'm wounded warrior, and out of all the things that I fight against, the one thing that constantly reminds me that I have MS is when my motor skills leave me. But because of such support, like what they have here now, it shows me that I'm not in this alone. And it makes the journey through life that much easier.